Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I have switched out my extractor, cups, striker assembly, spacer sleeve, and this is my first 6 rounds. I'm actually shooting my 147 HSTs. I am at the Governor's Gun Club in Powder Springs right here. And as you can see, there is no bench in front of me. I don't know if you can see that, but you will in a minute. And that is because they lifted it. Now, I've been coming here for years. You can see that there's nowhere to, I'm going to switch out some ammo right here because I don't want to shoot all 17, 18 rounds of my 147 Federal HST. So I'm retrieving some, and that's because there's not a bench there. So as you can see, there's no bench there. And that is because the guy lifted it when I was originally told when I came in here that I was not allowed to shoot from the holster. He saw me with a timer, or the guy checking me in. He said, "Sir, you can't shoot. Are you planning on using the timer?" I said, "Yeah, of course." He said, "You can't shoot from a timer." Right here, I'm not coming from the holster because this is some 124 grain that my buddy told me was not going to function, or it didn't function out of his, and he wanted me to try it. And as you can see there, it is functioning out of mine. Pleasantly surprised to see that. So I'm reloading some more, and then now I'm going to come out of the holster. But also at this point, I looked back and saw that the, oh, yep, there he is. I looked back and saw that the RO was there. The RO told me, I told him, I said, "Sir, I've been coming to Governor's Gun Club for years, and I've never been told I can't come out of the holster. I just want to do a little practice, be here for 30 minutes or less, and I'll be out of here." And he said, "Are you coming, are you shooting from," I think he said 12 o'clock. "Are you shooting from 12 o'clock? And I said, "Yes, sir." And I pointed to my appendix rig. And you can see him thinking about it. And he said, "Oh, okay, that'll be fine." And so he walked over there and he lifted that bench. I didn't even know those benches lifted. That was kind of cool. I'd never seen that before. I've been coming here for years. As you guys probably know, I typically shoot outside, but it was raining this day, and I just could not wait to see. I love carrying this gun. And so when I changed out the extractor, polished the feed ramp, did replace the cups, replace the spacer sleeve, I just wanted to know if it was going to be more reliable. So here I'm shooting. It was raining outside. I'm being a little bit more precise. All right, so that's my first malfunction. That's actually some 147 grain that my buddy gave me. He gave me 124 and he gave me 147. And he said neither one of them were functioning in any of his guns, and he wanted to see if I could get it to function out of this one. So I was not expecting that. Also, what you'll see here in a second is that the issues I've been having that I changed out the extractor for were the failure to extract. And you'll see here, these are actually failure to feed issues, which I guess, you know, looking at it in this direction, you wouldn't know for sure if it was failure to extract or failure to feed, but it was failure to feed issues. So those are different than the malfunctions that I was having. So you'll see here in a second, I just finish out the magazine and don't shoot anymore because I am trying to test it with a bunch of different ammunitions to make sure that it's reliable. But anyway, back to the bench. As you can see right there, the bench isn't there. So when the RO, when I asked the RO, "Hey, sir," that's the ammo I am showing to the camera to make sure that I can take it back. That's Southern Munitions 147, and that ammo always shoots. So the fact that it's not loading, you know, not feeding into the barrel, I'm going to take it back to the owner and let him know, "Hey, this is the ammo that was causing me issues, and here are the issues." He's just a fantastic business owner. Makes fantastic ammunition that I just rarely have issues with. There's another malfunction, so you'll see me finish this out. But back to the RO. RO said, "Yeah, that'll be fine." And then he lifted that bench up, and I was just like, I had my jaw dropped. Like, I don't know why I didn't think that the benches opened up, but I guess I'd never seen that before. I don't know. It was very, very interesting. And anyway, for a little while, I was noticing that he was standing behind me, probably checking to make sure that I knew what I was doing, being safe, that sort of thing. So very neat, but I was shooting a little slow at the beginning, and you'll see here in a little bit when I look back, I see he's not there. I go ahead and start speeding up. But even then, I was still shooting really good this day. Most of my hits were in the A zone. You'll see a little later, I'm doing a lot of bill drills, and they start to open up a little bit, but everything was on paper that day. I was shooting really well. So as you'll see, this is 147 grain MagTech, and I really like MagTech ammo. I think it is some of the best manufactured ammo for range use. Really like it. So when I bought 1,000 rounds and it was causing about 1 or 2 per magazine, failure to extract, it really aggravated me. And that's when I decided I was going to do something to make this OZ9 more reliable. As you can see, I'm shooting it now and it is shooting just fine. I didn't have any issues. I also shot 150 rounds at this range session. I shot 150 rounds the day after this range session, and I've since shot 150 rounds in the range session on my previous video. So if you haven't seen my previous video before this one, I discussed what I've done to the gun, some of the adjustments that I made to it, and some things that I noticed not having shot after not this range session, but the next range session. There was like almost 4 weeks before I actually shot it again. So anyway, 150 rounds on that range session, and I've not had a single malfunction other than that 147 ammo that I was expecting a malfunction from. So you'll see this MagTech runs excellent. I ran, I think, 5 or 6 magazines this day, and then I ran some Remington 147. I ran some normal 115. And I ran some Winchester White Box 115. I don't remember if I ran it this day, but I definitely ran it the day after this. And I didn't have any malfunctions from any of those ammo types. So I am feeling a lot better about the reliability of the OZ9. As you can see here, I am just putting rounds downrange, just trying to get as many rounds downrange in as quick of a time as I can to try to induce some malfunctions, those failure to extract malfunctions. And as you'll notice, none after I shot that 147, had the issues. I've not had any more issues. I haven't had any issues since that day. I haven't had any issues the day after. And I haven't had any issues on my 3rd range session shooting 150 rounds. So what's that, 450 rounds? Haven't had a malfunction other than the 147 that I was expecting to not feed. So feeling much better about the reliability of this handgun. If you have an OZ9 or you're thinking about getting one, I don't know that everybody has issues with them, but I am on the Zev subreddit, and a lot of people do have issues with them, all right? And it's typically fixed by replacing the internals. Most people, my buddy included, if you'll look through some of my other videos, my buddy has 2 Zev OZ9s. Actually, he had 3 at one time, but now he only has 2. And he replaced every single internal. Well, some of them he didn't buy as OZ9s, but he's replaced all the internals in all of his OZ9s, and they're all OEM, Glock OEM internals. So I'm not saying to replace them all, but what I will say is replace the extractor for sure. If you still have issues, what seemed to work for most people on Reddit is replacing the cups and then the spacer sleeve on this striker assembly. Why that, I don't know. A lot of people will have issues with failure to extract with the, if you're running a red dot, the left, I believe it's the left screw, red dot screw, will sometimes get in that channel and cause the extractor not to function properly. So, that's something that you want to check, but I did check that, was still having issues, and now I've replaced the extractor, polished the feed ramp as well. And all right, so right here, I think that is a sub 2-second bill drill that I ran, and I was shooting, like I said, I was shooting really good that day, so I was excited about that. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to kind of give you guys an update based on this range session, this being the first range session since I shot, or my first time shooting since replacing those internal parts. And since then, I feel 100% confident in the gun. I felt confident carrying the gun with the Federal HST 147s, and then I also carry Spear Gold Out 124s. But lately, I've just been carrying the 147s because that's typically what I shoot when I'm at the range. So yeah, guys, I'm feeling much better about the reliability, and I am free to answer any questions you guys might have in the comments below. If you made it this far, guys, I really do appreciate it. And if you would, please leave a like on the video. And if you have any questions, comments, or anything you'd like to see going forward, please let me know in the comments. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm going to let this one play through, but I just want to tell you guys I am very, very appreciative of y'all watching the channel. I put these videos out as sort of a way to help you guys with any questions you might have or any information you might need help with. See you on the next one.